Yes guys, Jez here, back with another video. You read the title, it is happening right now. Things are about to go parabolic. We need to be looking at the relevant levels. You can see Bitcoin on the left hand side over here is exactly pumping, just like we've been highlighting on the video. It's been coming down. We had a video talking about the short bounce that we're potentially going to have, which we did. Then we said we're going to have a liquidity grab most likely, and it was even one of my thumbnails. You can even go and check. We got the liquidity grab, and then we said we're looking for a massive rally to the wick at 89.6k, and that's exactly where we bounced. And you can see below it we have Ethereum responding the same way, and on the right hand side over there we have the stock market that actually broke back into the upward sloping previous support level that I actually lost on the NFP news, and actually reclaimed it in towards the CPI news, which is looking really good. So we have this resistance level to tackle on all of these pairs here. We need to be seeing if we can be breaking above this level of resistance, and if we can be breaking above that level of resistance, I think we're going to be going parabolic in towards our 120k key psychological, key cup and handle target that we've been talking about on the channel for ages now. So we need to be delving into all the different charts that I have prepared for you guys to be determining what's going to be happening. So before we do that, make sure to smash up that like button. Let's try and get above 30 likes this video. That'd be absolutely amazing, guys. And with that being said, let's get straight away in towards this banger. Bow. So yes, guys, as for yesterday's video, I actually recorded it and edited everything. It was actually a great video. However, when it came to uploading it, I was having so many troubles. So yeah, I'm actually recording earlier, so I have time to do that. But yeah, let's get straight away in towards these charts. So for the charts, you can see here, guys, we actually pumped slightly and we came in towards our liquidity area that we've been talking about for so many videos. We said this liquidity wick needs to be filled a bit more. We need to come in towards this level and grab all the downside liquidity that was shown up on the liquidation heat map, and we exactly got that and actually had that massive bounce that we were talking about. People were calling for lower prices and calling for the CME gap to actually be filled. And on the channel, we were saying there's two scenarios here. It's definitely possible we can come in towards 77k. However, it would be too easy. That was obvious, very obvious bad opportunity if that was to occur. And I was saying scenario one, in my opinion, is my bias. And the reason I was saying that was because you can see over here that we had the Trump inauguration window from this Monday, so Monday the 13th of January, in towards the 20th of January, when is the actual day he's inaugurated. And then I was saying that we may see a buy the hype and then a potential higher low formed from the Solar News. And this is exactly playing out right now. You can see this was the screenshot from when we were dumping. I took this screenshot as I covered it in the video, and I was just like, guys, this is what I'm expecting as we've entered the window. I left the lot lines on there, and you can see that's exactly what's happening right now. We're exactly rallying just as we were covering on the channel. That's why it's important for you guys to subscribe with post notifications on, because if we go into the daily time frame and we actually look from that period where we came down up until now, or as high as it went up about 13%, but right now we're trading about 11% from that dump off over there. So yes, guys, we may see this buy the hype and then the Southern News on the 20th, but this is a scenario I'll be talking about in just a second, so more on that later. Now, to make this video nice and concise, we're at a key level right now for Bitcoin. Just before the US session, bears tried to push price down, but you can see this long wick indicating failure to push price in towards this key level at 95,500 over there that I covered on the channel in the previous video. So again, if we can see a few more 4-hour candle closes above 99,400, I do think that it's likely we can see price action tackle that 102k resistance, where we may actually reject from there and create that higher low, or we may actually just blow past it, return for it for support, and tackle the 108 all-time highs, because we are 4 days from the time of this recording to the inauguration. So it's likely we see bullish price action. We're going to be seeing a push in towards that date, and then maybe we can come back. So I'm going to be a bit more bullish than usual, and I will expect us to actually go higher. And of course, that comes with reasoning. You can see that we have this long wick over here, which is a swing failure pattern. It is an unsuccessful effort from the bears to push price down. So I do think that on the shorter time frames, we can be looking in towards a potential bull flag here. We could be looking in towards that trend line. If you can actually get multiple candle closes here and acceptance above this level, I'll say about 3 to 4 more 4-hour candles from the time of this recording. So you want to see price action, accept price here and slightly trading higher. You want to wait for this break above this tweezer top here, these two candles, and that's where I would actually be looking for price to actually go higher in the short term. And I do expect altcoins to actually rally very, very aggressively over there. And the reason I say that is because you can see by these yellow circles, we've actually hit a massive resistance level of Bitcoin dominance that I've been talking about on the channel. We've broken down from this upward slope and parallel channel over here. And if we zoom in, it looks a bit messy, but I'll explain everything over there. So you can see we have our range highs and range lows by these orange boxes, and we've actually deviated and hit this trend line, which is the green arrow here. and then we've actually lost this trend line, which is this one here. It's a consolidation pattern. You've lost the symmetrical triangle support, you've lost your horizontal support, and actually deviated both sides of this range that I was actually looking at on the lower time frames for my personal trading, and we're actually moving towards our previous week's low. So if we can actually confirm price action below 56.8% on the Bitcoin dominance, that is full-blown alt season in my opinion. I think that the move is going to be very, very, very violent all the way down. We're going to actually be crashing, and yeah, this is the time to be getting into your altcoins in my opinion. So if you're enjoying the analysis and you agree with my opinion, then make sure to be checking the first link down below. If you click the first link down below, this will take you to this page over here, which is the page for Blofin. Blofin is a great exchange. They offer up to $5,000 in deposit bonuses. They also have zero maker fees, making it very, very convenient to be trading with. And they also have fire blocks, which just means that they have a third-party custodian to make sure that your funds are more secure in the long term. So that's an amazing feature that Blofin do have. And I do recommend that you guys actually check them out if this is available in your country. So make sure to be checking if that's the case. And if that's the case, then make sure to be signing up with Blofin. And for some reason, if you don't want to use Blofin, then we got KCEX over here. So make sure to be clicking there. You can gain up to $9,000 in deposit bonuses as well. You get zero maker fees, and you got no fees on spot as well. And you have that zero withdrawal fee too on all chains, which is absolutely amazing. So if you're enjoying my analysis and you're liking my opinion and you want to be taking advantage of some of the information, then make sure to be checking if it's available in your country. And if it's available in your country, you can click that second link down below for KCEX. And as you can see here, guys, KCEX are also running a competition just for my community. So you can see over here that you have the opportunity to be winning 100 USD in futures funds over there to 5 lucky winners. So if you make sure to sign up with my referral link down below in the description, so that's the second link over there, you can be able to potentially have the opportunity to win this so that you could be taking trades and be making more money, of course. And you can see at the bottom there, it's from today until next week, Monday. So we have 1 week until this competition ends. So make sure to be actually signing up, and you most likely have a good chance of actually winning because my community is not as big. So of course, make sure to be signing up, and you could definitely be winning this $100. So if you go to the description over there, you can see you have the third link as well for MEXC. And MEXC are one of the best exchanges that have a lot of pairs listed that you won't actually be able to access on a lot of the other exchanges. So I do recommend them, and they also have this $100 deposit opportunity where you get an extra $20 bonus to be trading with. So when you sign up for MEXC, make sure to be depositing $100, and then you can be getting $20 in bonus to be trading with, which is absolutely amazing. So for the game plan for the inauguration, the reason I said previously that we might not actually see this buy the hype, sell the news scenario actually play out is because you can see by the ETF scenario, we had a similar buy the rumor, buy the news. And that was the first bit where I'll explain right now, where we had the buy the rumor, we had rumors surfacing about Bitcoin ETF actually coming. And then once it started to be filed and things started to become more confirmed, we had a massive pump. Then we actually had the ETF approved within this buy the news phase, where we had manipulation from, for example, the fake tweet we had from the SEC, which caused price to actually pump, then dump, grab liquidity before actually going a lot higher when it actually went live and the inflow started to come in. And you can see by the rumor phase this time was the prospect of Donald Trump being elected into the US House over there, the US White House over there. And you can see that's actually been confirmed, and he actually got elected, which caused a massive, massive pump across all risk assets. And you can see over here, we're at the buy the news phase, where we're having an event that Trump is actually going to be inaugurated, which I expect us to actually pump off massively. But again, it depends if we get that buy the hype where we pump past the all-time highs and then get a sharp rejection in towards the sell the news phase, where we create another higher low, which is a massive buy the dip opportunity, and then we go higher. It depends. We need to see the price action when it comes closer to the date. But again, that is one scenario that I'm seeing, that we might not even get that higher low. It may just be us going very, very aggressively upwards before we get any major pullbacks, maybe in April and towards May. So this is something to be watching for. I do expect us to be bullish overall, but it just depends if we get that sell the news. So if you're not fully allocated into the market, I do think that this is not a bad time to be actually allocating in towards the market, because a pullback is not guaranteed. A sell the news where we actually come and maybe fill the CME gap, which I've seen on Twitter from some bears, I don't think that that's very likely at the minute. Of course, it's financial trading, it's financial markets. Anything can happen. Any news about maybe a war or something can actually surface where it causes us to actually dump off massively. And of course, I think the TA will actually point it out first before the news actually comes out, which has been very, very typical. But again, I do think that this is the time to be establishing your last positions, because you had all this run up to actually be doing it, especially this 8-month consolidation where I was screaming for 120k on my channel when I first started actually uploading on YouTube. The opportunity was just so clear that I said, let me just start YouTube. Why not share what I'm seeing? And that's exactly playing out. And I do think that it's likely we can see the same pump in the same fashion one last time before we actually consider a cycle top. So yes, guys, for that longer term, you can see over here, we're exactly copying our 2020 fractal over here, where we had a massive pump and then a nice pullback in towards the end of January over there. Then it was followed by a massive pump, and you can see right now we've had the exact same thing. So that's looking pretty good over there, and we have our target from the base of the cup in towards the neckline. And if we line it up with our breakout, you see it lines up nicely with that 120k region over there. And you can see this fractal that we've been talking about on the channel for a very long time here is exactly playing out. We actually highlighted just a few days ago that it's likely we can get a liquidity grab from this red horizontal line. I said a close below it is indicating that we can come in towards the CME gap, in towards this fair value gap over there, fill it, establish a macro higher low. Then we can actually start seeing that push in towards the upside over there. But again, we did not get that because we had that liquidity grab and that downside liquidity sitting in and around the 90k level. So I changed my tune in time, and I told you guys when we were down there, I think this is the bottom. My bias is bullish. I think this is a massive liquidity grab, and people waiting for lower prices are going to be forced to chase price once we actually clear that 102k level and once we start to clear that all-time highs. And mark my words, guys, you're going to be seeing people starting to change their tune that are bearish once we see candles on the weekly time frame look like this. Then that's where you're going to be seeing a lot of people actually FOMOing, and they're feeling like they've missed the Bitcoin trade, and they're going to be looking in towards altcoins. So in my opinion, I think that there's a lot of altcoins that have a lot of opportunities to be going to the upside. So I'll be covering that a bit later. I think the time will be right to address that once Trump comes in office and I kind of see how the Bitcoin dominance is moving at ETH. And then of course I have a lot of videos that I'm looking to actually be talking about a lot of altcoins. Now for this lot plan over here, I think that this is likely to be playing out. We can see follow through, something like this, so we can actually get in towards 120k target very quickly, and then maybe we may see some sort of pullback over here where we have a small rejection, and maybe we can actually form another higher low before actually massively going higher. So this is my base case. This is where I'm going to be actually looking to take a lot of profits. And then if we go higher and we have relatively low funding rates, so looking at the funding rates now, the funding rates are very low, and they were even negative on my video yesterday that unfortunately couldn't be uploaded in time. But I think that this is a massive opportunity. If we go to the heat map to just get a more holistic view, so you can see over here on our funding rate heat map, we have the Bitcoin price in white. So I'll flash it on and off so you guys can actually see that it's actually pushing up in the short term after grabbing a downside liquidity, and we're not seeing the funding rates even heat up. We're even seeing the funding rates turn negative on a lot of coins. So this is looking really good. I think the opportunities in the market are going to be here for just a few more weeks before things start heating up. So guys, this is the time to be paying attention. This is it. It's happening right now, guys. So I think that this is massively bullish, and to be determining where we may see a massive pullback for maybe a local top, maybe not a cycle top. I think 120k is my base case, and then I'll be seeing if we have weakness there, if the funding rates are high, if the sentiment's a bit too euphoric. I will definitely be a bit more risk off, well, a lot more risk off in fact. And then if we get a pullback in towards April, May, then we could actually run it back turbo in and around the 94k mark perhaps. That's just me speculating. We just have to see what happens there, and then we can actually look at relevant support levels. So that'll be it from me, guys. Make sure to smash up that like button. Make sure to be following me on Twitter to stay up to date with consistent updates over here. When I couldn't upload yesterday, I posted this chart earlier today. I posted things yesterday as well. So again, this is the place to be getting consistent updates for me, especially when I may not be able to upload, or maybe when I'm busy, or the charts that I just don't have the time to be covering on the channel. This is why I cover it. So yes, guys, that'll be it from me. Have a blessed rest of your day. Peace, guys. See ya. Bye-bye.